Shall we start? Come on. 28% of 75 or 75% easy to calculate. Half plus half. Correct? What is half? Again half. Both goes to right hand side, becomes minus. Minus ends with right hand side 8. 6 goes to right hand side and becomes in denominator. Correct? 6 into which number ends with 8? 3 or 8. How many options are there? Only one. Yes? There is one denominator. What is that? 3. Numerator 0 is there. Correct? So can you change that 0? The other number is also having 0. 0 minus 0. X cube ends with 0. X ends with answer 1. Eight, how many times? 50. First number ends with minus 5, ends with fifth option. Under root, cube root, answer, option. Can I write this fellow as 13 by 2? This number as 2 into 13. By 2 into 2 gets cancelled. What is left? 13 square. How much is that? Take 13 square to right hand side as it is. Difference of consecutive numbers will be sum of numbers only. Difference of consecutive numbers will be sum of numbers. A plus b into a minus b concept. A minus b becomes 1, right? A plus b, sum of numbers. Answer 27. Under root of 784 divided by 4 by 7 can be written as into 7 by 4. Divided by 49 can be written as 1 by 4. How many times? Numerator, what is there? 7 square. Denominator 49. Cancel. Answer, option. This is 607. This is 40. This goes to right hand side, becomes plus 18. How much is there in right hand side? 720. 120 percentage is this much. 1 percentage is this much. 100% into 100. Answer 0, 0 cancel. Squaring on both sides. Right hand side you will have 16 into 16. Then x is equal to divided by 64. Answer, option. Right. This number goes to the other side and becomes plus. Correct? Let me observe last 2 digits. 70 plus 82. Last 2 digits. 52. 706 goes to the other side, becomes minus. Last 2 digits. Answer 46. Ends with 46. Got it? 3, 5 times. 5, 24 times. 2, 90 times. 9, 10 times. 9, 4 times. And then 8 times. That is 4.8 minus 2, 2.8, 2.8. There is only one option which is in 2's. Kada? Right. 9 cancellation divided by 10 into 2. divided by 10, 959.5, double, 1919. Yes, minus, how much is this value? Minus 19. Answer, 1900 divided by 5. Answer, 380. Both numbers goes to right hand side and becomes minus, correct? Let me first subtract 3 from this number. I'll write 49 minus 7 3 by 5, 38 by 5 into 60 by 19, 19 2 times 5, so 24 subtracted from 49. Answer, 25. Right, we have to subtract 820. Last two digits, 70 to 48. 120. 120 taken from this number, still you have to subtract 700. Already we have two zeros. 500 plus 600. 1100 minus 700, which is equal to x into 16. X is equal to divided by 16. 100 by 4, 25. The ratio of income and savings of Sai is in the ratio 13:5 respectively. If his savings increased by 2/5 and expenditure increased by 1/4, then find the ratio of new income to the earlier income. Okay. Income, expenditure, savings. Income 13, savings 5, expenditure 8. Savings increased by 2/5. What is 1/5? 1. 2/5, 2. 2 increased 7. Expenditure increased by 1/4. 1/4 increased. New income. Question is to identify new income to old income ratio. 17:13. Order is important. A man invested P rupees on compound interest at R% per annum. The interest received by the man after 2 years is 5.5 times of 5.5 by 12.5 of the principal. 5.5 out of 12.5 among principal is 100%. Now the interest is this much. 12.5 in the sense 8 times only. 5.5, 8 times will be 44 only. At the rate of compound interest, at what percent per annum? For 2 years, we will get 44%. Come on. So for 1 year, it should be 20% only. Right. The speed of a boat in still water is 8 km per hour. Speed of the current is 3. Boat takes 12 hours more upstream than downstream to cover d kilometers. Then find the time taken by the boat to cover d kilometers downstream. Let me calculate downstream and then upstream speeds now. Man speed 8. Stream speed 3. Downstream, upstream. Then time ratio must be 5:11. How many parts difference? Which is equal to 12 hours, right? Then 1 part, 5 parts. To cover d kilometers, how many hours is it taking? 10 hours. The circumference of a circle is equal to the perimeter of the square. which side is 22 meters. Find out the length of the longest chord of the circle. So first of all, you should understand what is the meaning of chord. There is a circle, line touching 2 points of the circle is called chord. This is a chord. This is chord. This is chord. But the question is, longest length of the chord should be traveling from the center. Yes, that is called diameter. So we were asked to calculate diameter. Indirectly, they asked you to calculate diameter. So side of the square is 22. Perimeter will be 88, 4 times of it. That will be equal to circumference 2 pi r. Question is to identify diameter, which is equal to 2r. So don't cancel 2 from there. 22, 4 times. So 2r is equal to 28. Diameter r 2r. The ratio of percentages of Sai to Vishnu is 5:6 respectively. Sum of their ages 4 years hence. Sum of their ages. Their meaning how many people? So from present to after 4 years, for each person, how many years do we have to add? For 2 members. After adding 8 years, it becomes 63. Then before adding 50. So sum of their percentage is 55 only. Sum of their percentage is 11 parts. 11 how many times? Question is to identify Vishnu's age, 6 parts. 6 into 5, 30. Sai and Shivram invested a business in the ratio 5:2 respectively. If after 1 year, 2% of the total profit goes to charity and the profit share of Sai is 1400. Sai is getting 1400. Whose investment ratio is 5:2. So 5 parts is 1400, correct? Then 1 part. 1 part. 1 part. 2. The other person gets 2 parts, right? 2 parts. 560. This is profit received by both of them. Out of total profit 100%, they are giving 2% towards charity. And how much they are distributing among themselves? So this entire value is equal to 98% only. And we need total profit, which is equal to 100% into 100. Numerator 1960. Answer 2000. 1960 divided by 98, which is 20 times, into 100, 2000. The cost of A type A sugar is 45 per kg, B type sugar is 15 rupees per kg. If type A and type B sugars are mixed in the ratio 2:3 respectively, then find the price of a mixed variety of sugar. They are mixed in the ratio 2:3. Let's assume 2 kgs, 3 kgs. Total 5 kgs. First variety cost 45 rupees. 2 kgs cost 90. Second variety cost 15 rupees. 3 kgs. So this is total cost. But we need cost per kg. Total how many kgs are there? Numerator 135 by 5, answer 27. Pipe A can fill 30% of the tank in 1 hour. Can I treat 1 hour as 60 minutes? 30% is filled in 60 minutes. Then 100% can be filled in 30 and 60. Identify the relation. Double, right? So 100% can be done in 200 minutes. This is about pipe A. Pipe B can fill 70% tank in 2 hours 20 minutes. 2 hours 20 minutes convert into minutes. 2 hours meaning 120 plus 20. So now it is taking 140 minutes to fill 70%. 70 and 140. Identify the relation. double. Then 100% can be filled in. So that means both the pipes are taking same time, right? Am I right? So if first pipe can fill it in 200 minutes, second can fill it in 200 minutes, both can fill it in what percent of the work? Total work, meaning 100%. 100% can be filled in 100 minutes. You understand? Now the question is to identify what percent of a tank will they together fill in 35 minutes. Answer? 35%. PQ together can complete a certain task in 18 days. Q alone can complete the task in 26 minutes. If they both started working together, but Q left after 8 days, in how many days did P complete the rest of the work? Right. Now, PQ, only Q, only P. PQ can fill the tank in 18. Q alone in LCM. Both are 2 multiples, right? How much is left if you take 2 common? Here, 9 into 13, 1, 1, 7. 2 taken common. So 2 times of 1, 1, 7. 234. This is total. Both together can do 13 units. Q alone can do 9 units. That means P alone does 4 units. Who started the work? Both started work. Both will do how many units of work? Per day 13 units. Like that, they worked for, in 8 days, 8 into 13. 104 units already done. Remaining 130. Who should complete this now? P. P per day will do, divided by 4 only, half and half. Half of 130, 65. Half of 65, 32.5. Otherwise, after identifying first number, you are done. There is only one option which starts with 3. In village P, the number of male is 3 times the number of female. In village P, male and then female, they are 3 times 3:1 ratio. The ratio between number of male in P and that in Q is 1:2. Can I say male in Q are twice that of male in P? So Q male are going to be 6x. Got it? If the number of female in village Q is 60, except female in Q, all the remaining numbers are in variables. The total population in both the villages together is 1000. Out of 1000, we already know one number, which is 60. Then remaining 3 should be equal to 940. Remaining 3 in terms of variable is equal to 10x. Then 10x is equal to 940, x is equal to divided by 10. And the question is, what is the number of female in village P? Female in village P is x only, 94, second option. In an examination, a student scores 9 marks for every correct answer and loses 4 marks for every wrong answer. If he attempts all 130 questions and secures 533 marks, how many questions does he attempt correctly? I would like to choose a reverse method because the question is about how many questions he got correct. Let me assume there are no questions which are correct. So that means all are wrong. For each wrong answer, how many marks do they deduct? 4. How many questions are with us? If all were wrong, he should get minus 520. But how many marks did he score? And how much we got? 520 negative number, correct? Minus 522 plus 533, what is the difference? 1053 marks difference. Got it? What is the reason for getting 1053 difference is, there are few questions which he actually gave correct, but we converted them to, for each correct question, how many marks do he get? And if you convert it to wrong, how many marks do you get? Minus 4. How many marks? So plus 9 converted to minus 4. So how much is the difference? Not 5, 13 plus 9 to minus 4. Difference? So for each question, there will be 13 marks difference. So how many questions converted is divided by 13? Is it clear? Come on. Answer should end with 3 into which number ends with 3? Answer must end with 1. How many options are there? 2 options are there. Observe those two. One is 9 multiple, the other is non-9 multiple. Now come to our number. What is our numerator? Is it a 9 multiple? In denominator, do you have 9 multiple? Not even 3 multiple also? Then answer must be 9 multiple. It should be 81. Followed? You can even use allegation also. Convert all correct. 130 questions. All correct. You get 1170. Convert every question to wrong. Minus 420. And total we got 533. Go for allegation. You'll get the ratio between questions which were given correct answer and wrong answer. Got it? You can use linear equation also, but takes time. AB started a business with initial investments in the ratio 7:12 and their annual profits were in the ratio 7:9. A invested money for 8 months. For how many months did B invested his money? Investments ratio 7:12. Time period, A invested for 8, B invested for how much? We need to calculate. This is profit sharing ratio, which given as 7/9. 9 gets cancelled. 7 gets cancelled. 4 2 times. 3 times. 3 3 times. Answer. A watch dealer sells watches for 2,400 per watch. Once he gave 2 successive discounts of 25%, 30% respectively to a customer. However, he could recover sales tax on net sale price from a customer at 11% of the net price. What was the approximate loss percentage? Let's start with initial value 100. First 25 decreased. Value becomes 75. Then 30% should be decreased. 10% is 7.5. 30%, 22.5. If you subtract it, it becomes 52.5. Now you need to get tax amount, which is 11%. What is 1%? 10% is 5.25. 1% is 0.525. Correct? This will be 5.775. As it is approximate, can I treat this as 6? 6 is added, then it becomes 58.5. If there are discounts, we have to subtract. If it is tax, do we have to add or subtract? Add. So initial value 100 became 58.5. So decreased by 41.5. So loss is approximately 41 or 42. Third option 42 final. Done? ABR 2 stations 824 kilometers apart. A train starts from A at 7 a.m. and travels towards B at 84 kilometer per hour. Another train starts from B at 8 a.m. and travel towards A at 64 kilometer per hour. At what time do they meet? Total distance is 824. First train started at, second one at. So let me take position of both the trains at 8 o'clock. First train already started and covered some distance, whose speed is 84 km per hour. It was in journey for last 1 hour. So 84 kilometers is already covered out of total 824. Then remaining distance is 740. Now here is train A and here is train B. Both are moving in opposite direction. Distance between them 740. Time is relative speed. If both are moving in opposite direction, relative speed S1 plus S2. 84, 64, 140, which is equal to 5 times only. 10 times of denominator is 1480. Half of that 740, which is our numerator. So from what time it is taking 5 hours? From 8. 8 plus 5 meaning 13. 13 in clock. 1 p.m. 1 p.m. At 1 p.m. both will meet. Got it? They may ask you how far from station A do they meet? How far from station B do they meet? They may ask you that question also. From station A, train started at 7 o'clock. At what time do they meet? 7 to 1. How many hours? 6 hours. Whose speed is 84 km per hour? From station B, the one started at 8 o'clock. 8 to 1 gap, 5 hours. And its speed 64. At these respective distances, from A and B, they meet each other. Clear? A contractor undertook a project of constructing a wall in 30 days. He employs 28 people for the work. However, after 16 days, he finds that only 40% of work has been completed. How many more men should he employ to complete the work in time? 28 people started. They already worked for 16 days. They completed only 40% work. Remaining work is 60%. Remaining days are 14 days. Extra people, X people, now they are working total 28 plus X people. Got it? 22 times, 23 times. 2 14 times. 14 14 cancel. 3 into 16, 48. 28 plus X is 48. X is equal to 20. Come on. A shopping complex has 3 watch brands: Titan, Sonato, Casio. Each brand has 2 types of watches, analog and then digital. Analog, digital, total. 3 stores: Titan, Sonato, Casio. Total we already have, that is 320, 260, 280. Analog watches 180, then digital 140. 160, 100. 150, 130. If in Titan store, as a result of watches sold in that week, the number of analog watches sold is 30% and the number of digital watches unsold is 40. What was the total number of Titan watches at the start of the week? No new watches came to the store in that particular week. Okay. How many are sold? Come on. The table data, given table shows that number of total watches, analog watches, sold by each brand. So here in Titan brand, what percent of analog were sold? How many were sold? That means this 180 will be equal to 30%. Total analog will be 100%. 30, 6 times, 6 into 100, total 600 we have. Got it? Now let me talk about digital. Number of digital watches unsold are 40. Then total digital watches in the which are sold plus unsold. Ante kada? Sold are 140, unsold are 40. Total digital watches are. Now at the beginning of the week, total how many Titan watches are there? 600 plus 180, 780. The ratio of the number of analog watches sold to number of digital watches sold by Fossil is the same as that of Casio. Okay. Here they are talking about analog and then digital for Fossil. Is same as, the ratio is same as that of Casio. Casio analog to digital, what is the ratio? 0 can be cancelled kada. 15 is to 13. 15 parts and then 13 parts for Fossil also. The average number of digital watches sold in Sonato, Casio and Fossil is 120. How many companies are there? 3 companies, average mentioned as 120. Then sum will be 360. And in these 360, which all companies are there? Sonato and then Casio. Sonato, Casio both put together 230. If 230 is subtracted here, how much you get? So 13 parts is equal to 130 only. Now the question is, find the number of analog watches sold by Fossil store. That means 15 parts we have to calculate. If 13 parts is 130, 15 parts becomes 150. What is the difference between average number of analog watches and average number of digital watches sold by 3? Difference between average. Ante kada? Come on. See, when you look at the data, always analog is more than digital. See, first of all, you have to calculate average for analog, average for digital, and then you need to take difference. Instead, I will take individual difference and then we'll go for average at a shot. Can I do that? For Titan, difference here 40, 60, here difference, total, average, 40. Individual difference and then go for average. If at the start of the week Sonato and Casio had same number of watches, at the end of the week unsold watches in Casio had 60% as many unsold watches as Sonato. What was the total number of watches in Casio at the start of the week? Okay. So here they are talking about total watches. During the beginning of the week, Sonato and Casio, they both have same number of watches, correct? Out of them, some are sold, some are unsold. This is for Sonato and then Casio. In Sonato, total sold items are, in Casio, 2, but they both started with total same number, right? Here, how much is the difference? Come on. Which is more? Then, unsold wise, Sonato should be 20 more than Casio. If it is X, Here it should have x plus 20. Then only total will be same. If you want to cross check, you can do that. If you do total, everywhere it is 280 plus x. Got it? Now, in unsold items, which company has more watches? In unsold, which company has more watches? Sonato. How many more? 20 more. Come. Unsold watches in Casio had 60% as many unsold watches as in Sonato. That means Sonato unsold watches are 100%. Matladali. Casio 60%. According to the underlined statement. Casio unsold watches are 60% of unsold watches of Sonato. Got it? What is the difference in percentage? What is difference in number? Then 40% should be equal to 20. 1%. 8. 1%. 8. Ardhamotunda. If 1% is 8, 100%, 80. 8 800. 40% ఎంత వచ్చింది 20 కదా 8 ఎట్లయితది మీ బొంద మీ మళ్ళీ తగలయ్యా హాఫ్ కదా నేనేదో చెప్తే మీరు ఏదో చెప్తారు 40% value is equal to 20. This became half. 100% 50. 60% 30. Total 3. Total sold and unsold 3. Here for Casio 3. Condition satisfied? What exactly is the question? What was the total number of watches in Casio at the starting of the week? Whether it is Casio or Sonato, initial starting value is same kada? Answer 310. Understood? The total number of Titan watches sold is what percent more or less than total number of Casio watches sold? Titan total 320. Casio total what percentage more? 320 is how much more than 280? 40 more from fractional value here. What do you mean by 17? 14 by 7 percentage. Fourth option. Is it clear? There are 3 bags ABC. Each bag contains banana, apple, mango. ABC, 3 bags. A, B, C. Banana, apple, mango. You may have total also. Total number of 60 bananas, 50 apples in these 3 bags. 60 banana, 50 apple. 3 bags together. Yes. Ratio of banana, apple, mango are in bag C are in the ratio 3:5:2. I don't want to write ratio. Leave it. The ratio of banana and mangoes in B is 2:1. Here also ratio. Leave it. And there are 15 bananas in bag A. Bag A bananas 15. Which is equal to number of mangoes in the number of mangoes in the same bag are same. The total number of mangoes in bag A and C together is 25. Then mangoes in bag C must be 10. Now let me go back. Ratio of banana, apple and mango in bag C are in the ratio 3:5:2. How many parts of mangoes do we have? 2 parts is equal to 10. 1 part. 3 parts. 5 parts. 25. What should come in tick mark place? 30. Total is 60 kada. Okay. Now let me take ratio of banana to mango in bag B is 2 is to 2 parts is 30. 1 part 15. Total how many mangoes are there? 40. Next. Total number of fruits in bag B and bag A are 60 and 40. Bag B 60. Bag A 40. Out of 40 in bag A we already have 30. Remaining in bag B, out of total 60 we already have 45. Remaining, right. Apples in all three bags together 10, 15, 25. 50. Condition satisfied? All are right. Here total, grand total is 150. In bag C we will be having 50. Total number of mangoes in all three bags together is what percent more or less than total number of apples in all three bags together? Mangoes comparison with respect to apples. Is 40 more than 50 or less than 50? More or less? Less. How much less? 10 from? 10 from? Fractional part. 1 by 5 in percentage. Second option. What is the ratio between number of apples in A, B together? Apples in A, B together 25. Bananas in B, C together. Bananas in B, C together 40. 5. 5. 5 by 9, 5 is to 9. Third option. Difference between number of bananas in bag A and number of mangoes in bag B. Bananas in bag A, mangoes in bag B. Difference? Answer 0. Option